47. Our Providence contact has shared the identity of the Shadow Client, a former mercenary and bodyguard by the name of Lucas Gray. His past is a black void, but our analysts are digging deep. Meanwhile, we've had a breakthrough of our own. Comparing the malicious attack patterns with global shipping and transportation routes, we've figured out how Mr. Gray and his paramilitaries move around the world undetected. They're using the distribution network of the Delgado Cartel, Colombia's biggest drug manufacturer. Clearly, Gray must have struck a deal with the Delgados. Consequently, if we can cripple the cartel, we can severely limit the malicious strike range. But to do so, we need to slay a three-headed serpent. Sociopathic cartel head Rico Delgado and his two closest lieutenants, PR guru Andrea Martinez and savant chemist Jorge Franco. With equal parts guts and guile, Rico Delgado runs a thriving billion-dollar criminal empire. The word is, the brutal and volatile cartel head is hell-bent on becoming the #1 drug lord in the world. To achieve this, Martinez, a childhood friend of Delgado's, has been buttering up state leaders and decision-makers, paving the way for an expansion of the Delgado logistics network, while the brilliant but aloof and antisocial Franco has been hard at work developing a new type of super cocaine. So, three of Colombia's most infamous crime lords inhabiting a decidedly hostile environment. I will leave you to prepare.
And here we are for yet another Rivals 7 console winner bracket round 1 match between Championeer and volvomodus. I am joined by one and only some random person. Welcome.
Hello.
Should I rather say some random person?
Yes.
We will be traveling to Santa Fortuna in about 40 seconds, quite a quick travel, and afterwards to Paris, which are the two maps chosen by our contestants. The two bands were Marrakesh and Colorado. Those cannot come up in potential random maps and deciders, together with New York and Dartmoor. And two new players, two rookies. Their first ever RR match.
Always good to see.
Indeed, and the spin is about to arrive. Do you want to go ahead and run it down for us when it arrives?
Yes, sure thing. Let's see, we have Rico Delgado Loud Explosive Weapon as the Coca Field Guard. We have Andrea Martinez and Neck Snap as the band member, and Jorge Franco Loud Sniper Rifle as the submarine crew.
Quite a loud spin.
Indeed.
And a neck snap. I wonder what the route for this is going to be. You could start like bus stop and get Andrea pretty quickly. Like isolate her and go grab band member and then...
This could be a fairly decent submarine cave start spin.
That's
actually.
Also true.
Go for Jorge, immediately get a Coca Field Guard, take out Rico, and then go band member.
That ties nicely into one another. And it looks like that's what Championeer is gonna go ahead and do. Starting submarine crew. Needs to be a bit careful about the various enforcers down here. Is activating the thing that lures Rico down, does it? So he could take care of him in the tunnels, I assume?
Yeah, that's the usual go-to here. Well, I say go-to, it's been done like 5 times or so.
On the other side, volvomodus just loaded in, or started to load in, finished planning.
That's the loud explosive weapon. I always forget there's a free explosive just on the pillar there.
True. Free explosives something almost everyone likes. Oh, and Championeer is getting ripped by this guard. He's going to investigate. Stepped one step too many around the corner. And yeah, that now gives slight advantage to volvomodus, who also started submarine crew. Seems like that will be the go-to.
Indeed, volvomodus seems to be having some issues with the enforcers down here. Just like to face them, understandably.
Need if I could navigate the tunnels better, I could say where he's heading, but I would assume it's the coca fields.
At the moment, he's heading either to the village or to the security room. He took the left to the village instead, so he's at the bridge now.
Ah, okay. I roughly know where he is.
Yeah. There's the camera here, so he needs to take out the evidence later, but should be doable.
Yeah, that's usually not the hugest issue.
He could have waited a bit down in the caves for one guard to move and saved like half a minute of running time here, but
yeah, it looks like he's just gonna go like loop around and go to the coca fields this way, which
yeah,
is a bit of a time expensive. But I mean, it works as well.
as long as he doesn't get spotted by the guards up here.
Indeed. Championeer this time looks to be... Is that the Hippo Whisperer? Looks like it, isn't he?
It is.
Ooh, and so... What is he thinking? Thinking Hippo Lure here for Rico and set up...
Either that or just taking out Rico and the guards here.
Yeah, by the looks of it, might be what's happening. Up here comes the Rico running.
Yep.
Just frontally KOing him. No big deal since he's a target. Red guns will get weeded again. Couple of bodies lying around. I'm not sure how soundproof this area is.
Not very.
Yeah, I wonder what Championeer's plan here is now. In the meantime, volvomodus has made it to the coca fields, has switched into a coca field worker on his way picking up his stash, which I can only assume is a loud sniper rifle. Having difficulties grabbing that stupid briefcase out of the under the table there.
Just a stupid spot for it.
Yeah, I agree. Interested to see how he's gonna lure Jorge, if it's gonna be a seeker shot like usual.
Did he even bring a seeker in?
That is a good question. Ooh, some whooshes, rattling of the... Yes, he did.
Indeed. Okay, nice. That's good.
Yeah, it's still a loud kill though, so...
It should be doable, assuming he stands far enough away to people, or to the body, so that they don't run over.
True, they run over to the source of the sound, not the actual bullet impact, do they?
Yeah, but he needs to be careful with the body laying here, because if she's from here, that body will be found, of course. So
Indeed.
he could also just... There is a container right around the corner from the toilet that Jorge will throw up in, so he could try to shoot and then immediately dump him.
That would be another option. The most often the
No, don't go for guards. Just...
That was a snail to take care of the two guards. There is the third guy is investigating, however. That's a gunshot heard.
Yeah.
Ooh. It's a bin Jorge now. However, seems to have worked out for him. And that is first kill done for volvomodus.
Yeah, that worked. It's the important part. He could have saved the snail there, but just knocking out Jorge and waiting a bit, but better safe than sorry.
Indeed. As long as it works, it works. And guess
Yep.
with this spin, you are not too loadout restricted. You gotta bring in the sniper rifle, I think. Load explosives on the map. Next snap, obviously, on the map. So,
Well, next up is 147.
true.
Just a built-in function of him.
He's pausing very long. Now he's continuing. Okay.
I assume he was checking heat maps for something.
Most likely. Could be the location of a loud explosive weapon, for example.
Could be. There are 2 on the map. 3 perhaps even.
There's
One by the
one, yeah.
pillar, and there's one in the village. I'm a bit unsure if there's one in the basement of the mansion. I think there is, but I seem to remember
Can remember the other 2. I'm unsure about the basement
something.
of the mansion either. Anyway, let's see. Championeer did, I think, set up Jorge, or at least like KO'd him. I assume doesn't have a sniper rifle right now, which might be why he is heading back to presumably grab it.
Championeer has red guns, and I saw he had some lockdown difficulties with Jorge. I hope those 2 aren't related, but it'll be hard to say until he takes out Rico.
Indeed. That's always the difficult part, so to say, about red guns. So once you have them, even if it's off a target, you can never be entirely sure if you still have them or if you've gotten rid of them.
Yeah. Well, he's taking the long way around into the mansion.
Indeed, interested to see what his isolation plans for Rico is, or didn't he? Wait, he did already. Did he already knock him out? No, he didn't.
No.
But I suppose Hippo, Whisper, Lure, whatever, still a valid option here. In the meantime, Championeer grabbed the band member's disguise. So you might be looking to get the Andrea kill now, as he's right around the compound as well.
If Volvo is going for the Hip Whisper, he needs to sneak around the entire mansion again.
Indeed.
Would be easier to just KO in the office, get him in the bathroom, knock out the guards in his office, and then explode in there.
Would be
Switch
a
into the
possibility.
guard and run away again. Which seems to be what he is going for, actually.
Yeah, by the looks of it. In the meantime, Championeer nicely got Andrea in the meeting room. Just a quick KO on her assistant, herself, and then the next snap. It's first kill for him as well. Okay, so Volvo now secured.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, and the guard heard it.
He needs to take care of those guards.
Indeed. The guard isn't like placed well for him or positioned well for him right now. Just KO'd Rico right now. I wonder if he realized that he needs to take care of those guards, because so right now
He
it's just
could try to do it on exit, but I personally don't trust the game enough.
True. Especially with exit delays and everything.
Yeah.
Not 100% reliable. Anyways, that's Theorymovo's second kill all set up. All he's missing is Andrea Martinez next snap as band member. Which at this point I guess is just waiting for convenient cycles.
Yeah. It shouldn't be too far until she goes back inside.
Yes, he also still has to take care of the evidence. That's something he can't forget. But and Championeer gets caught trespassing in the cocoa fields as a submarine crew. That will cost him.
That's not good if Volvo is so close to finishing here.
Indeed. Was like 10. Championeer was 10 minutes in game or something as well. Now all that progress is gone, sadly.
An underground cave system with a submarine. This must be what ties the militia and the cartel together, 37.
Volvo seems to be going for the balcony peekaboo here. Assuming he can dodge the camera.
Looks of it. I mean, he doesn't need to dodge it fully. He just needs to make sure he isn't like 100% spotted.
Yeah. Yeah, he's taking the safe way and waiting for the meeting. Getting into the skies in the meantime.
That's a good choice. Just needs to make sure he isn't spotted crowbarring that door, but the hat turn on the NPC. Wow, that's unlucky. Going for a thrown distraction instead of a fuse box, for example. And the random hat turn on the NPC has seen him crowbarring open the door. And he will have to restart again. The match is now all even again. Championeer restarted about 1 minute 30 ago when he got caught trespassing as a submarine crew in the coca fields. So it is pretty even. Or the match is pretty even at this point. Championeer has set up the Rico kill again.
Some green guns as well.
Yeah. Working out a bit better this time.
Volvo has gotten over to the coca fields. He's on his way over to Jorge.
And so is Championeer, just from another route, basically. Championeer currently not in his submarine crew disguise, however.
Oh, interesting.
Securing a cocoa field guard. Most likely grabbing that disguise for the Rico kill. Right, and that's the cocoa field guard disguise for Championeer. While volvomodus still sneaking around the fields, most likely waiting for a convenient
Buffer.
buffer as well, but Jorge timing.
Always good to wait for a convenient buffer.
Indeed. Could also nickname him the buffer guy. Let's see, Championeer has a medic to Jorge. At this point is waiting for him to get over here. He is not or doesn't have the correct disguise around, so I'm curious what his plan for Jorge will be.
He seems to be doing one kill at a time here, just setting up and then...
Leaving.
Yeah, and then like waiting until he has the last kill done.
Works as well, I suppose. Basically two targets down, one kill entirely set up, the Rico kill. Just press of a button and...
Yeah. I assume he
It's
will
done.
run over to Andrea, get her killed, then run back to Jorge, explode Rico. Well, he needs to go through Rico to get... Run over to Rico, explode him, get the disguise, then run over to Jorge, kill him and exit.
Indeed. volvomodus on the other side, still waiting for Jorge to move. He's painfully slow today again. There's the Seeker shot. That hit.
Volvo likes going in front of those NPCs.
Indeed.
Could have gone like 2 meters to the left and gone behind them, or 5 meters to the left and jumped over the wall, but like, okay.
Nah. Risk. No risk, no fun or something.
Something like that.
Championeer now outside band members' house, sneaking in, grabbing the disguise, leaving his Coca-Field guard right there, so he'll need to retrieve that later on, I suppose. Meanwhile, volvomodus again just shooting Jorge in the back at point blank range.
Then being spotted dumping the body.
Actually, not the dump, but the disguise swap afterwards was spotted.
Well, yeah.
Same difference, however. That is another restart for volvomodus, given the advantage currently to Championeer, who is on the verge of getting the Andrea kill. "26 minutes remaining. We're more than 20 minutes into this map at this point. But again, Santa Fortuna, one of the longest maps in the trilogy. Despite only, quote-unquote, only having 3 targets on such a big map. They're fairly split apart. That is the first kill for Championeer. Now, basically, what he needs to do is just clean up duty, just run and collect his several disguises to get the kills, the other 2 ones.
Yeah.
And then he will be good to go.
Gets this guy's on its way over to... That's not the way I expected him to run.
Oh, he's
He's
gonna go.
going. He's going back to Jorge, but he needs to go via the caves to get the disguise he needs. Anyways,
To be fair, however, I can't blame anyone for not knowing paths around this map, because I don't either.
I mean that's fair.
The volvomodus getting the balcony peekaboo on Andrea. Has her now out here. He changed up his strategy, started a main start, I think.
Yeah.
Ooh, but gets caught by the camera. Needs to restart.
Replan starting point again. Starts in the basement this time.
Usually basement means quick Rico isolation, which well would be doable for the spin.
You'll have to leave Rico there a while though, so he needs to hide the body. I assume in the garage or knock out the one guard. Could be tricky with the loud kill later.
Indeed. Championeer now made his way through the coca fields all the way to the mansion again. As sneak around the pier into the hippo enclosure, where Rico is KO'd. And I think he also has his submarine crew disguise right there.
There Volvo got both the guard and Rico knocked out. Should make it a bit safer for the loud kill at least. I assume he now will do this on exit.
That's a possibility. Championeer just exploded Rico Delgado, got the loud explosive weapon kill as a coca field guard. And now, bit of an issue. Those guards are searching. He doesn't have a way through this door, it seems. He's locked in here. Can only hope that those guards do not come down here on their cycle.
Ooh, that's risky.
It is indeed, however. They look like they are going in a calmed down state. Well, even again, just needs to make sure they don't spot him now. Alright, volvomodus made its way over to Andrea's compound just in time for the meeting room. Meanwhile, Championeer is hiding, stealthing around, imagine again, towards the coca fields, towards his final kill. Possibly first map win.
Nice.
Was also trying to take care of the cameras. Took him a couple of shots. Got a bullet impact notice. Hopefully that doesn't get any bodies found.
It shouldn't. Those guys upstairs don't really move that much when they are alerted.
Let's hope so. Alright, Championeer. One more kill. That's all it takes. The Jorge loud sniper rifle. It's a caught trespassing, but he's still green guns.
Just be careful. Run. Don't be spotted again.
Ah, no. Red guns engaging. That is another unfortunate restart for Championeer. So close to being done, 1 kill away. And now all that progress reset. Back to 0 in the meantime. volvomodus acquired band members Disguise, neck snapped Andrea Martinez. First kill of his run done. Has Rico set up, if I'm not entirely mistaken.
Yeah, Volvo has a fairly decent run here. If it just gets the submarine crew disguise, you can take her 4A and take the guard and explode an exit for Rico fairly quickly.
Indeed, however, he doesn't have a submarine crew stashed anywhere, and I think because he started in mansion staff.
Yeah, shouldn't be too hard to get one, but depends how familiar he is with the caves.
Indeed. 18 minutes remaining. It's like not that much time anymore, especially on Santa Fortuna.
Yeah.
Well, for using his the snail on this single guard to
Interesting choice.
indeed grab his disguise to get past this other guard and make it into the caves legally. And Championeer's stream starts buffering. Oh, there it is again. volvomodus taking the long way around, just making sure he can get to the caves.
The other two guys are on the side already. The other two guys also had easier maps. They had Paris and Mendoza.
Indeed, much quicker. Also much more experienced players,
Indeed.
to be fair. Let's see, Championeer setting up. Rico kill again. Large explosive weapon, Coca Field guard. This time remembers to pick up his submarine crew again. To go over to the when he goes over to the Coca Fields.
Volvo has gotten down into the caves, just needs to get the submarine crew. This guy's here.
Need one thrown distraction. Gets that guy interested. Just gonna try and chain lure him into here.
Yeah, again, he has some interesting routes he takes. He could have, when he used the snail on that one guy, the other one moved out of the way, so he could have just run in here immediately, but he chose to go through the jungle instead.
Sure. Not sure. See that guy now moving up the stairs, and I think should be fairly hidden here. Not sure if anybody ever passes through here.
Not unless they are moving a body or a weapon or anything. Should be.
Or are panicked, I guess.
Yeah. where can you hide him? He could have hidden him in the crate to the place where he first lured him, but should be safe there as well.
That's the kill. The Rico kill for Championeer. He even got the body hidden. He bombed Rico into the hippo enclosure. So that is 1 kill down for him.
Buffering again.
Right, volvomodus hit the Seeker on Jorge. Championeer just KO'd him. Is running to, I think, obtain either his submarine crew disguise or loud sniper rifle or both. Oop, and Championeer's stream went into the... Oop, went offline. And it's a game crash, according to him. According to the Discord.
Doesn't look to be too deciding.
His stream up again.
Yeah, okay, that is unfortunately a respin.
All right. As per the rules, if a player crashes mid-spin or mid-map, unless it is obvious that the crash had no impact on the overall outcome of the map will be respawned. These respawns are limited to 1 per person per map, meaning that both of these players will get a new spin in just a couple of seconds. Or minutes, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm kind of just trying to decide how long to wait.
Guess you should inform them.
Yeah, I'm typing something up. I'll get a few minutes.
Just as volvomodus is about to finish the spin, the original spin.
Ooh.
The first time 3 kills down, just needs a elite Cocoa Field Guard, that's what they're called. Which he has stashed right here. I assume.
Can't wait for people to complain that this was obviously not deciding.
What do you mean? This was obviously not deciding. Why respin, Randy? Why? Oh god. Almost knocked my plate off my desk. Alright, we will have a break of a couple of minutes here. About 40 seconds. Just a quick 40-second break here.
Yeah.
Before we will get our second Santa Fortuna spin.
I assume the timer is also like restarted.
The rules don't specify, so
No, they don't.
I assume yes. Which means we could have another 47 minutes of Santa Fortuna ahead of us with a new spin, which consists of Rico Delgado, loud explosive weapon as a barman. Again, loud explosive weapon, however. Jorge Franco drowning as band member. The band member also makes his return. And Andrea Martinez SMG as hippie.
I want to say this should be an easier spin with the drowning for Jorge and SMG that might be silenced and stuff like that. Loud explosive weapon for Rico stayed, which is interesting. But that didn't seem like it was too much of an issue either.
Indeed. Let's see. Championeer starting off in the mansion, basement, whatever. And is instantly heading to. Championeer is instantly heading to the hippo enclosure. Looks like that will be his location of choice to to eliminate or isolate Rico Delgado. I can't even think anymore at this point. However, gets spotted KOing a buddy and needs to restart volvomodus. Also just replanned really quick after loading in.
How do you go about doing this spin?
Good question. I would assume, I think I'd actually start, like main road entry, or no, not even. Isn't there a start like at the hotel or whatever that is?
There is.
Really near the hippo.
Hippo.
The hippie. I would probably grab him first, get the Andrea kill, grab my band member, maybe set up Rico along the way. Like make my way over to Jorge, maybe set up Rico along the way there. Get the Jorge kill and probably Rico last. And Barman also last. But yeah, there's a lot of disguises from one side of the map.
Yeah, then I'll run back and forth to Jorge.
But I mean, I feel like you have to do that anyways, because we have 3 disguises from the village.
You could start in the submarine crew, get Rico immediately with and just set him up, run over to the barman, get disguised, explode Rico. I believe there's like a bit of a space down by the door here that is soundproof. Explode Rico there, and then yeah, take care of Andrea, get the band member, and run over to Hori.
That is also a possibility. Just to inform what happened here. Championeer crashed. About 12 minutes left on the first spin, therefore, according to rules and regulations, the map was respun because it wasn't obvious that it had no impact on the outcome of the match. Therefore, we got a new Santa Fortuna spin, which is being played now.
Keep up the good work.
Right, Championeer waiting for Rico to move further down, but he doesn't. Ooh, that was a cheeky thrown KO, but the guards up top do not notice. Which means that this is the Rico isolation for Championeer. In the meantime, volvomodus has isolated Andrea Martinez in the meeting room. Good way, or good location to get her pretty easily. And volvomodus has also set up Rico Delgado in his garage.
Full time is restored. Yeah, there is nothing specifying what happened to the time, so I assume it is full time again.
Exactly. No specification in the rules what happens to the timer in case of a crash and respin.
Hashtag blame admins. Oh wait. But yeah, a full respin, as Mike says, a full respin means timer as well.
The volvomodus now luring the hippo.
I feel like that's exploitable. It only happens once. If a person crashes more than once, it won't be respin again. It will only be respawn once per person per map, as Mike just said.
Exactly. All written out, by the way, in docs.f7sc.com, the official rule documentation for RR7 now. Everything stated in there. And including the respin rule, or crash, respin, whatever rule. volvomodus has obtained the hippie, is running over to Andrea Martinez, kill her with his SMG, and hopefully get his green guns back. And then all he has remaining, basically, is Jorge Franco kill and the barman disguise.
Hey, somebody trying to be funny here or what?
On the other side, we can see Championeer doing something pretty similar, also getting the hippie with the same alarm clock that volvomodus used. And will most likely right now make his way over to the compound. I'm not sure where Andrea is in her cycle right now for Championeer. However, looks like he hit pretty decently. She's either heading upstairs or to the meeting room right now. I think she's heading upstairs, probably. Yep, that's what she does.
That is Andrea Martinez, the Delgado cartel.
Championeer peekabooing her out onto the balcony. Using the eliminate prompt, getting her green guns. That's the first kill for Championeer again as well. Both players, 1 kill so far. volvomodus in the band member making his way over to Jorge. Championeer still in the hippie at Andrea's compound. And we got a raid-in, which means the other match that started in parallel to us just ended. Welcome everyone who joined us in now from Gordini's channel. Welcome to the first map of Championeer vs. volvomodus RR7 console winner bracket round 1. We are still, or again, on Santa Fortuna, I assume. We got a respin about 30 minutes in when Championeer's game crashed. Therefore, we have a new spin, and hopefully... hopefully more success on this spin. The new rules state that if a player crashes, I'm just gonna point it out again. If a player crashes and it is not obvious that the map hold on, I'm just gonna quote it exactly. Unless it is obvious that the crash had no impact on the overall outcome of the map will be respawn. Respawns are limited to one per person per map. Championeer crashed about, like, I don't know, I think we had 13 minutes left on the spin. However, in terms in-game wise, they were, I think, pretty even or something. Was not obvious that it had no impact, therefore full respin with a full timer again. And volvomodus just ripped, and I missed that because I looked up rules. Anyway, Championeer currently 2 kills down. All he needs to do is Hohe drowning as band member. He has the band member. Looks like he's choosing to infiltrate the coca fields via the mansion. Interesting choice. But if that's what he's comfortable with, so be it. I guess he can just take the path he is taking right now. That is pretty easy, just one camera to avoid. He has a seeker in his inventory.
Did I make sure to rig an easier spin? I mean, it wasn't too hard to get an easier spin than the last one. But
that is not an answer to that question, Randy.
I am well aware. It is a politician's answer.
Pretty much. Anyway, wow, Championeer long arming a seeker shot across the coca fields on Jorge Franco. We'll get him to a toilet, preferably this one, I think. He's also seeking this other NPC to get his path to the exit helicopter cleared. Hopefully that they don't interfere with each other. By the looks of it right now, however, they don't. There's the drown prompt. As long as these two guards do not now home in here and spot Championeer, he has his 3rd kill. There he's running. We can already see the finished change on the overlay. There we can see it in game, the prompt. All we need to see now is 5 stars SA. There it is.
I was hoping for 3 loads in the respin. That would be something.
Alright, and that will be a 2-0 victory. Or, yeah, map victory for Championeer on map 1. Santa Fortuna, his map pick. Coming up next will be Paris, picked by volvomodus. We will, and the players as well.
You just broke everything, okay.
Nice. Take a short break for Randy to fix everything. And have a look at the mission briefing for Paris.
Good evening, 47. Your destination is the Paris Fashion Show by Sanguine, one of Europe's leading couture brands. Your targets are Sanguine owner Viktor Novikov, a former oligarch turned fashion mogul, and his partner Dalia Margolis, a retired supermodel. An iconic power couple on the global fashion scene, and two of the most dangerous people in the world. Novikov and Margolis are in fact the ringleaders of Iago, an enigmatic spy ring that deals in the global elite's most valuable secrets. Unscrupulous and opportunistic, Iago has caused disastrous security leaks all over the globe. When Crimean separatists caused a deadly meltdown at the Odessa nuclear power plant, Iago gave them access to the plant's security network. And when the Delgado drug cartel shot down the plane of President Hernandez and his family, Iago provided the classified flight plans. Now Novikov and Margolis have obtained a knock list of British undercover agents, which they plan to sell at a secret Iago auction during the Sanguine show. So our client, MI6, need us to stop the ringleaders before the knock list ends up in the wrong hands. The Sanguine show will be swarming with security, and Viktor Novikov will be the focus of everyone's attention. But despite his posturing, he is merely the money man. The real target is Dalia Margolis. Beautiful and brilliant, she is a master manipulator and the true brains behind Iago. Two targets, a highly public event. At first glance, an impossible task. Then again, I do know how you love a challenge. I will leave you to prepare.
All right, and we are back for the second map of the World Rivals 7 console winners bracket round 1 match between Championeer and volvomodus. We are headed on to Paris. I am still joined by some random person. Welcome.
Hello.
What a map 1 and almost map 2. But we will be heading on to Paris. Championeer managed to win the Santa Fortuna and leads the series 2-0 now. If he can now manage to win Paris as well, the match will be over. If volvomodus manages to tie it up in Paris here, that means we will get a third random map, same if it's a tie. Also, let me pay out predictions for the first map and start new ones.
Yeah.
Because I know Twitch chat likes to gamble.
Gamble your life away. Well, hopefully you don't gamble your actual life away, but you know.
Indeed, let's see. 2 more minutes until we see first Paris spin of this map. Hopefully we won't be getting another crash, because technically we could be seeing 3 different Paris spins here. Each of the players crash once without it being, with neither the player really getting an advantage or something. We could get 2 more respins for this map in case of game crashes. Anyways, let's hope it doesn't come to that. Let's hope for a competitive, maybe quick, maybe not, maybe difficult, maybe not, maybe interesting,
Something.
maybe not.
Certainly something.
Something Paris spin.
Yes.
Get 9 more spins for this whole match. Is that true?
We could get more,
Hold on.
depending on how far we can get the sliders.
Indeed, we could get 3 in this. If though all of those tie, technically, we are at 3 and 1. Then we could get another 3, however. And then we'd have a tie.
There is no rule on max deciders, so if they just
There is only a
never
technical
finish,
There is a technical limit to max deciders. I know that part.
the deciders end when I collapse.
Anyways, let's hope we don't get to that because I do have appointments on Monday. Um, that is important. Anyway, the spin is here. Do you want to go ahead and run it down for us?
Sure, we have Viktor Novikov falling object as the Sheik and Dalia Margoli's explosion accident as Helmut Kruger.
Indeed. Fallen object Viktor Novikov. How would you approach this?
Terribly.
Oh yeah, true. Okay. It took me a while to realize that there are fallen like chandeliers in all the side rooms on the first floor.
Viktor Novikov is really easy. You can get him in like a minute.
Yeah. Okay. With that knowledge now in my head, that is pretty easy. Yeah. Explosion accident. Dalia Margolis also.
Yeah, it can be done by from the helicopter. Helmut Kruger is right there. As long as you can manage to get it to the skies, this shouldn't be too difficult.
Indeed.
Should actually be very close to the world record if you play your cards right.
Usually that's the case, however, that you have to play your cards right in order to get that world record. Because, while I'm pretty sure no world record is perfect just yet, surely is room for improvement. Not sure if that made any sense what I just said. Championeer trying to get Viktor Novikov with a bullet distraction straight at the start. Therefore, like not using the fireworks, but Viktor did not really care about that. For he needs a restart. Wow, console loading time's really kicking in at this point. Let's see. Bullet distraction again from Championeer. Let's see if... Oh, this time Viktor Novikov goes for it. That's an incautious witness. Straight underneath the camera. Ever was panned the other way. There's the fallen object, the chandelier. Sheik is right in the next room.
Yep.
He didn't. The other side, volvomodus started in the attic. Grabbing security disguise here. Bullet impact noticed. The Sheik. Oh no,
Championeer is going for breacher on the chandelier here. Which is interesting.
Also, the Sheik noticed the bullet impact on Championeer's side.
Yeah.
That creates a bit of a panic, and that could, and I think will, get Victor's body spot. And unless looks like the piano is not see-through.
Of course not.
Viktor Novikov is perfectly hidden right there. Quite lucky for Championeer, I guess.
Hitboxes, what's that?
No, don't headshot the Sheik now. Bullet distraction for the guards so you can run in behind them. Oh, Sheik turning around now. Needs to loop around. Corner subdue. That's the Sheik disguise for both of them actually. volvomodus used a Seeker on Viktor straight at the start from attic, and yeah, got him on the toilet. Got the Sheik now as well. Is dragging Viktor beneath the chandelier, and both players within close succession on another getting the Viktor fallen object kill. Championeer still has the fireworks remote, just needs Helmut Kruger.
Yep.
And here volvomodus also grabs the remote. Triggered it already, did he?
Bit unsure.
Looked to me a bit like he did. Anyways,
Sounds like it did.
yeah. Championeer now at the bottom here, countering Helmut Kruger, but that's him getting spotted while sweeping the skies.
Didn't crouch.
In crowd, big lead to volvomodus now, who's basically doing exactly the same at this point. Seekering Helmut Kruger, stealing the disguise. Now all he needs to do is get that kill. Get that explosion accident snipe with a Krugermeyer from this distance. Not the easiest thing in the world to do, I assume. Oh, but look like it is actually pretty easy. And that is the exit. Green Guns, 5 stars. volvomodus will tie up this match.
I mean, you are correct. It's not the easiest thing. There's certainly easier things, but it didn't seem too hard either.
I thought it was harder, or maybe just practice it a little bit or something else. Able to do it pretty consistently. A match is all tied up 2 for 2 now, which means we will have our first random map, which the overlay already spoiled for us, is gonna be Whittleton Creek. Let's give ourselves a quick break here and have a look at the mission briefing for Whittleton Creek.
Gentlemen, let's go over the plan. The first constant is none other than Janus, the legendary Cold War spy master, a KGB senior officer and head of the 6th Column Special Branch at Lubyanka. Janus is a certified genius and expert of counterintelligence. He retired from the KGB in 1988 when he fell out of favor with the Kremlin and defected to the US. Shortly after, the Soviet Union collapsed. Now, it is unclear when Janus stepped down as the constant, but since 2004, he has been a resident of a quiet community in suburban Vermont. Mr. Gray.
Right. So here's the catch. As an elite KGB agent, Janus was trained to withstand interrogation and torture. No amount of pressure will force him to disclose information he doesn't want to. Instead, we will need to search his home for clues. But if Providence learns of our presence, the game is up.
So we frame Janus, make Providence think he was the real Shadow Client.
Correct. I will file a false ICA report, claiming to have traced a number of calls from Janus's house to the Institute in Romania. The case will seem clear. Mr. Gray was only a figurehead. Janus was pulling the strings all along. And by eliminating him, we will have neutralized the militia, once and for all.
However, for this subterfuge to work, you'll also need to deal with Janus's security detail. A Providence herald and former Secret Service agent by the name of Nolan Cassidy. Intel describes him as diligent and inquisitive, and we cannot risk that he contradicts our story to his employer.
Seems workable.
I certainly hope so. Everything depends on this next move, 47. You made this our fight. Now let's even the playing field.
And here we are again for the third map, first random map of the Championeer vs. volvomodus RR7 excuse me, console winner bracket round 1 match after a Santa Fortuna map 1, which was won by Championeer, his map pick, and a Paris map 2, which was won and picked by volvomodus. We head on to Whittleton Creek, and we got about 3 more minutes until the spin arrives. Fairly close match so far, I like it. And I am still joined by some random person, not sure if he's returned from his break yet, however.
Oh, I'm never back. I'm not here.
Alright then, guess I'm alone. Come with this solo cast.
I am physically present, but mentally I'm all over the place. So I guess that would include being here, but you know.
Indeed. We can see Championeer already practicing a little bit. It's nicely clearing out the Cassidy's house here.
No. Let's get the tire and get yet another map. Please don't. I don't want to.
Why not? Let's get another Santa Fortuna, no?
That I'd be down for.
Or Scale, I suppose you would also be down for, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I could live with that. Could live with Scale. Could live with Haven, third map, you know?
Yeah, that could also work, but like, the chance of one of those happening.
Heard something weird. I'm gonna go check it out.
We're gonna watch the match following this one. There's currently a second match going on over on Gordini's channel. Other than that, there's a match at 1 a.m. Central European time. That's midnight for the Brits out there, or I'm not going through all the time zones there.
Just visit hitmaps.com.
Yes, visit hitmaps.com.
There you have maps on the matches in your local time
7.
zones.
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means 4 p.m. for the West Coast. If you live in the eastern side of the world, you visit Hitmaps.
You visit hitmaps, exactly.
But I'm not sure if that has a shoutcaster yet, but that will be decided and put on Hitmaps or something before the match starts.
Doesn't have a shoutcaster assigned just yet. Sure, someone will be around for that, however. As of right now, we will jump into Whittleton Creek. That's going to be a Janus fall kill as Janus nurse and Nolan Cassidy electrocution as a construction worker.
It'll be fairly easy spin. James is basically a mission story to get him in the bathroom and just dump him out the window. And Nolan is start construction worker, put it in the mailbox and run off to James' nurse.
Indeed, the Nolan Cassidy electrocution must be one of the, if not the easiest electrocution in the entire trilogy. Ever since the removal of the E-phone.
Yeah.
Not even sure if I owned that technically while it was available. Anyways, not available now. And
I believe it was Master in New York, so if you had Master full in New York, you should have had it.
I sure as hell didn't.
Nice.
I think so, at least. Anyways, Championeer starting Fumigator, grabbing the 2 clues from James Batty and the cigar box with a few cigars and a note inside. Planted the taser for Nolan Cassidy is, I think, now going to go and grab a construction worker. While volvomodus, I think, started main start.
I mean, he's in the suit. That's the only start with suit in Whittleton.
Oh yeah, right. There is no other. He is medicing Nolan Cassidy. That guard, however, saw that. I have a slight feeling he's, as forgotten or is unaware currently of the taser in the mailbox, which Championeer has successfully used now to get the Nolan Cassidy kill. And yeah, Championeer is on his way, grabbing Janus nurse.
Nice, as expected. Or, well, as I would do at least.
Indeed, just luring him into the bushes. Need to be careful of a jogger around, but seems like worked out for him. He's in Janus Nurse now. Can just run to his house, climb in, stairs to the gramophone lure, I assume, and like dump him out somewhere around there.
Yeah, that could work as well.
And yeah, then obviously get down to the basement and grab
Get
the
a
final
picture.
clue. Volvomodus got engaged while KOing that guard right there. Not too sure.
Oh, he's
happened
engaged.
for
Good
him.
for him.
Indeed, I'm not sure. Aren't there about the Janus fall? It's not like every window works up here, does it?
In Jane's house, I'm unsure. If it was Nolan, no.
Only
But-
the 2 bathroom windows, according to Info4Fun.
He can always just get them out on the balcony either in front or behind them from there. Assuming he's not spotted.
Indeed, also a nice perk that, yeah, Janus Nurse is allowed inside the house.
Yeah, I mean, he's the nurse, so
True,
would be kind of hindering if he wasn't allowed there.
but he didn't go through the whole frisk at the start process and everything.
That
Yeah.
is true.
At least in Hitman 3, there is a couple of areas where you are just not trespassing when you get frisked or something.
That
Anyway,
is a fair point.
he has him KO'd now, dragging him over to the bathroom, to this window.
That's the kill.
Need a body found, doesn't matter because it's an accident. I mean, it happens all the time, you know? People falling out from windows.
Yeah.
All Championeer has left to do now is grab this picture, get out of the basement, and exfiltrate. Volvomodus on the other side successfully made it into Cassidy's bathroom with Cassidy together. Has KO'd him and is working on creating a puddle on the floor so he can electrocute him. However, that attracted the attention of another guard. She now needs to take care of before he sees anybody's here.
I mean,
And that's
if he had just gotten the kill there, it would have been fine as he used to triangle on the guard.
true. Because it's an accident kill. Can just
Yeah.
stay. Anyways, Championeer is out. Finished the map. 5 stars SA as per requirement. 7 minutes in. And he will win this match 4-2. Very well played from both players here. Especially well played from Championeer. Congratulations for winning this match. Very close match from our 2 rookies here. Impressed by both of their plays. Definitely came prepared. And, well, for none of them, nothing's lost quite yet. So I think we can have a quick look at the briefing. Not the briefing,
Well,
the brackets.
another match is going on, so it would be preferable to just raid.
Indeed. That's true. The match is Max Masters vs. Oh shit man going on over on Gordini Roy's channel, if I'm not mistaken.
But yeah, GG's to the players, and good luck for future matches.
Indeed. So yeah, thanks to all of you for watching. Thanks to Randy for co-casting and adminning this match for us. Thanks to the 2 players for playing. And yeah, see all of you over in Gordy's stream. Bye.